Okay, so the last video we're going to do is to show you the dimensions of the bed. Obviously we've got all the rest of the videos that show you all the rest of the bits and pieces of this van, but this is the bed structure. Now I'm going to give you the dimensions of it. So I've made it out of 2x2 timber, or around about that, and it's made up of two sections, but one with a hinge leaf, which can be seen here. Okay, piano hinge on here. So the idea behind it, again, if you've looked at the videos, is this part over here folds over onto this one, and then this part here then goes onto the back one here. So to start off with this back board, this is the first board that goes in, and is fixed and has obviously got storage underneath it. It's 614mm from front to back, and it's 1080mm from left to right, and that's to allow the next board, which is slightly wider, to fit over the top of it when it's in transportation. So moving forward, the next board, which is this board here, is 1200 wide by 585. So 585 from here to here, and 1200mm wide left to right. And as mentioned, when travelling, this sits on top of here, which is the reason why we've got the distance, or change of distance here. So the final board, which is on the leaf, which is here, is 600mm by 1200mm, so it matches this part, simple cut down it, and again rounded off corners and holes for ventilation. This has a piano hinge running the length of it, and it also has a leg, which we'll show you later. Okay, now the height, it's obviously entirely up to yourself. I found this height to be about the best, so this is the height of the board. So we've got the board, which we've explained on other videos, and then we've got the height from here to here, and this is 500mm, and we found that's about the best for the seats to allow it to adjust up and down. So the final part we've got is the leg. So firstly, if I can just move the camera out of the way. So fold that over, you've got your space now for sitting, so you could leave that in the daytime like that, it gives you enough space for your leg. And the final part is this here. Now this leg here sits between the two seats. Now on mine it's kind of fairly narrow, because if you have a look here, I've got my inverter sitting down there. Now that's mounted onto the plastic seat casing, which is then clipped in. It's just for easy mounting. So your beam here could be wider if you don't have the inverter sitting there. Okay, so, and this leg here, mine is approximately 26 centimeters, 260mm in width, but as I said, you can simply just measure the width between the gap or the space in there. So you may be able to probably get up to something like about 35, and then the height of this leg is 415. Again, I would always make it a bit shorter. You can always add padding like I've got on here to save the floor, or an extra piece of wood, but obviously you can't take it away unless you take it all apart and cut it again. So make it a bit shorter and let it build. If you've got any questions, please put it in the questions at the bottom and we'll try and answer them. But thank you for watching our build of the Vito compact campervan.